Okay, so this one here, yes. Yes, Jessica. For this one right here, um, we are doing, sorry, I should say, we are doing 1.4, number 13. So if you have a question on that, here's the answer. So the very first question it says is calculate f of 16 and g of 3. So when I see this in my brain, it says x is 16, what is y? That's all they're asking. So they're asking you to substitute. So they just want me to substitute. So I'm going to copy f of x. And then see how here they want 16 instead of x. So I'm going to put 16 there, right? I'm literally going to substitute it. So if I was being really sloppy right now, I'd put a 16 right on top of here. And that's really what they want me to do, right? That's what substitution. So the square root of 16 is 4, take away 1 is now 3. Okay, so that means that my y is 3. So then I can write f of 16 equals 3. So even though it says f of 16 equals to 3, I really think in my brain 16 comma 3. That's my brain. My brain says x is 16, y is 3. Okay. You're going to do the same thing for g of 3. And I want to do that really quick because they ask you a really cool question here, right? So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a 3 right here. I'm going to put a 3 right here and a 3 right here. That's literally what my brain is telling me to do. So then I go 9 plus 7 is 16. So the point, g of 3 equals 16. So the point is 3 comma 16, right? Oh man, catch up. Sorry. Okay, so I got that g of 3 was 16. So then my point is 3 comma 16. And you should be like, hey, Miss Johnson, that's kind of cool. Look, they're like flippy flopped of each other. And I'm like, yeah, that reminds us that it could be an inverse, right? So what do your ordered pairs imply, right? And this is not catching up. Oh, there it goes. So what do they imply? So I'm going to be like, look at these two things. Look. Okay. So these two imply that they could be inverses of each other. They could be inverses. Ms. Johnson, why don't you say they are inverses? Well, the word imply means that you're saying this is my guess. This is what it could possibly mean, right? It doesn't mean that it is. Okay, so then they say find f of 25, which, okay, I can do that. Make this a tad smaller so you can see both of them at the same time. So f of 25 is equal to the square root of 25 minus 1, which that's 5 minus 1, that's 4. So f of 25 is 4, right? So then they say, based on your answer for f of 25, predict g of 4. And I'm like, oh, look at this. I don't even have to plug anything in. Let me just guess. So I'm going to guess, this is my guess, that g of 4 is 25. Because remember, we flippy flop these, right? These are flippy flopped. They're switched, implying they're inverses, right? So that's my guess. That's like, oh, this is what I think it is. So then now they say, no, I want you to actually find it. So I'm going to go back over here and find g of 4. So g of 4 equals to 4 squared plus 7. So that's 16 plus 7, that's 23. I got g of 4 equals to 23. Oh, boo. It is not correct. Oh, let me catch up. Sorry. This is slow. There it goes. So you're like, oh man, it could be an inverse. And then you actually do the calculation and you're like, oh, it's 23. So here I'm like, like highlighting this versus this. And I'm like, dun, dun, dun. I was hoping that they would be. So then it says are f of x and g of x inverse functions. So here, wait, where's my here? Here, it looked like it, like, yeah, they could be inverses. And then you get over here and you're like, oh, they're not inverses, right? Because if they were truly inverses, every point would be flip-flopped to get the other point. So this 4, 25 would be flip-flopped to be 25, 4, right? And that's not true. I got 23. So are they inverses? No. Oops, I'm writing in the right color. No. And the reason why is because they every point is not switched in order to get that. Okay. Pause right there.